What up, guys? Big Body Cars here. Just gonna give y'all a quick update video of a few things I've been working on here lately. Nothing too major, but someone did ask me for an update of a buddy car of mine that I'm working on, and he made me realize that I actually didn't put any videos up of it. Still got the Cutlass, as y'all can see, the 442, and been doing a little work on it, but not a whole lot. So I'll run through this real quickly. What I've done to mine, as you can see, I did a battery delete. That is a stock alternator, but I have dialed it to put out 15.7 volts to run C-Max, which I've got a 45 amp hour C-Max. As far as under the hood, I don't think there's much that's changed since the last time I saw you guys. Figured out what my running issue was. I just had a bad short in the fuse box there that was killing one side of the injectors. I got that straightened out, got it tuned. She does pretty good. Minor, been working on some of the body work myself just to keep from taking it somewhere. Hadn't really got far on that. One thing I've done on the inside is I did put the seats in, front and back. They're in. They're just in for now, just to cover up so nobody can see all the stuff in the back. As far as dash goes, nothing has changed in here. Same dash, same tablet, radio upgraded so that radio will actually work with the tablet, and I can control it with the tablet. Stereo system. 3 ZVX12s, 45 amp hour C-Max. As I said, I did a battery delete up front. Everything is in the trunk now. Tour amps, 800 for 1 ohm for the highs. Runs 10 speakers in here right now. And the tower amp, Smart Bass 5K. This amp is amazing, but if y'all are going to do one of these amps, keep in mind, it's something I didn't realize. These are dual 2 ohm subs. This box is 5 cubes, maybe. Before displacement, which is definitely not enough for these subs. For anybody jump all over me, I know that, but it was all I could fit in here and do all 3 in the trunk with clothes. So I designed the box, the guy built it for me. It is what it is, and it sounds pretty good. Like, I'm not disappointed at all. I don't know how much more it could do, but back on the amp. That amp there is a great amp, and it will run 0.5 ohms. I have it wired to 0.67 ohms, which is not 0.5 ohms. This amp is designed that when it sees a hard clip, it will cut power away, and I don't mean 20%, 30%. It will cut 50 or 60% of the power away. It doesn't go out for a complete short time, but what it does is, say if the bass is playing and it's hitting pretty hard, the bass will get low for a second, then come back. They get low for a second and come back until you adjust the radio or either the sub control down till it's just right at the verge of clipping. And it does what it does when it gets to that point, so I really can't say much about it, but besides that, I can't think of much more I've done to my car. I was trying to think if there's anything I hadn't showed y'all, but can't think of anything else I've done to mine. Like I said, I kind of started on the body work. I bought a whole nother door, but I did play with the body work on other doors just to see if I could do it. And I got it pretty decently smooth like that. But we are going to put the new door on. I fixed that spot there. I fixed the spot in the corner of the door there. Just playing around, just to see if I could do it. I didn't know if I could. Didn't know how hard it would be. It actually isn't bad. I watched a couple of videos on YouTube of Sprayway, and I can't think of the other guys, Big Crick Customs or something like that. And they give me some pretty good pointers, I can't lie. So shouts out to you guys for making good YouTube content. So back to this car. This is a buddy of mine's 85 SS Monte Carlo. He brought it to me to put a full Holley Terminator X system on it. So you can see this one has a battery delete as well, 45 amp hour C-Max in the trunk. I'm not gonna open his trunk, but I think he's got like an Orion 3K. He's got a Banda 4K on the highs. He's got about 20 speakers in here. I mean, it's ungodly. He's got 2 Sundown Audio NS4 12s, dual 1 ohm. And I've got them in series parallel back down to 1 ohm. She makes noise. She's as loud, if not louder, than my 312s. But I did put a Holley Terminator X system on here, and I'm going to gripe a little bit about this. If anybody thinks about doing one of these systems, or you want to get one of these, Holley will nickel and dime you to death. What I mean by that, they did send me the right harness to do the injectors, but you do not have the right harness to do your map sensor. You have to buy one from Holley. So you can actually do a fuel pressure regulator or fuel pressure sending unit here, but it takes a specific kind of reading. And spoiler alert, all it takes is a GM oil pressure sending unit for LS3 motor. Same thing for the oil pressure sending unit back here. I don't know if y'all can see that. Those two cylinders and the plugs are identical, and that's what are used. The only problem with that is this fuel rail here is M8 or ANL8, sorry. And this is M16 by 1.5 thread pitch for the actual sensor. So I've got the right plug here that gets me to my 16 1.5, but I've had to order a sleeve to go in between so I can actually hook that up. It's one of the things they don't send you. They don't send you anything that it actually takes to get this running. You think for, you know, $1,700, $1,800, because this one, since it's got a 4L80 and it had those type of injectors, and I had to buy a specific one for it to work on this car. And side note, runs great. Put it in, fire it up, car crunk right up, no issue. But to get it to run right, you're gonna have to have that. And trust me when I say I'm not done with the add-on features that you have to buy from these people. Put a new radiator in here, took his old one off. He actually bought this for another car that he sold, Oldsmobile Hearst he had. So installed those this morning and got that up and running and going. But I also, he ordered the Holley dash. And if any of you've seen the Holley dash, you know they do not fit these cars. This is a stock Monte Carlo SS bezel and cluster. That is stock. That has been upgraded, about that updated. All I did to this, to make this work, is these Holley dashes. They don't come with like a removable trim. You can't take the glass off the metal, which makes no sense to me, like you can do with the auto meter, and it's easy to do a custom job like I did in my Cutlass over there. This is a solid metal frame here that is square, and they've got a, you know, a little template comes with it, shows you how big it has to be. So I took that template, made me a cardboard hard template, and I actually cut this all the way out because he wanted to keep his AC vent. Fiberglassed it in, as you can see, and this is actually flat plastic up to here, flat plastic at an angle up to there, flat plastic at an angle up to here, and if you look on the bottom there, that is flat plastic all the way back into there. Once I finally got it where the dash would sit in and be sturdy, this here is basically fiberglass to make this angle here. And then I bundoed it, and then I cleaned it, and then that is bed liner, Rust-Oleum bed liner for the material. The actual Terminator X fitting in the factory deal there. You just cut out where it used to hold that factory seal. It goes in there perfect like a charm. And I'll show y'all how this looks when it's crunk up. It's pretty nice. I'll get a better look at it. Mounted the small one there. Yes, it was just convenient to put it right there where you can actually see it and not just be up in the way. Still got the Alpine radio in here. It turned out pretty good. The separate screen. So now to finish griping about the Holley setup. So when you get this dash, it comes with an harness. Harness has a 12-volt switch, a ground, and a 12-volt memory, a 4-pin connector that goes over to the Holley Terminator brain box to actually connect the two between. That's it. And that's great. If the Terminator X had all of the sending units out to do everything, say like your signal lights or your fuel lever gauge, none of that is pre-installed. So if you look on the harness, you can buy those little pins that go like to a regular GM ECM, and you can pin it yourself, or conveniently, Holley will sell your harness for $165. You gotta be kidding me. Also, you can do a limited amount of tuning with that thing there. Not a lot, but a limited amount. To actually plug that to the computer, to your computer, that's another $60. For a USB adapter from Holley, and it's set up with the same 4-pin plug this one's set up for. so they know you can't get something on your own and make it work. They will nickel and dime you to death, bro. This is stuff, in my opinion, and call me crazy. For $1,600 for that deal there and the harness to run the car. For $2,300 for this deal here, I shouldn't have to buy anything else to make it work. It should just work for $4,000. And maybe I'm looking at that wrong. And this isn't my car, and there's no way I would pay that for it. I do like the Holley Terminator system and the way it works. I like the way once we put it on the car and crank it up, we was able to drive it down the car. The car had drivability. It is still in the learning stage, but you could make it home off a bass tune from Holley out to, and this is a Stroker 408 LS3 in here. This is nothing stock about this motor. This has LS3 heads on it. This car started out with LS2. This is completely custom cam. I mean, nothing in this car is stock. And, you know, it ran and worked. So kudos to Holley for that. But the add-on stuff, man, just charge more up front. Like, there's nothing to get somebody's car here and start working on it and then wait 2-3 days in the mail or a week. You know, the stuff I got from Summit come next day because it's just in Georgia and I'm in Alabama. But anyway, y'all get it. All right. But someone asked me how I done this. That's kind of a quick brief video of how I done it. Like I said, it's pretty simple. Cut enough space out to get it. I made it where it actually would fit in there, and I made it a snug fit. And on the back of this, it's just got 6 screw holes with some threaded screws they give you. No mounting plates. I took some ABS plastic and made my own L brackets and bolted it from the back. And then to get the dash to go back in, I put 2 screws on the top like the odometer comes, and I put the original 4 across the bottom. And like I said, you can see she's in there. She's in there good. She's not going nowhere. And I'm going to have a happy customer when he comes to pick his car up this evening. Now that's short and brief. I hadn't put a video up in a while. I had a whole lot going on again. I don't even have to tell y'all. Kids, school, sports, work, side job on people's cars. It's all I can do. I hadn't even really worked on my car like I should. I got lucky to get my system in, but I'm going to try to get that thing in primer once it starts warming up here pretty soon. So that's just something quick and brief. And yeah, I've accidentally stopped the other videos. So this is a cutoff to go into the new one. So don't freak out when you see it looks like I'm talking and then magically I'll say the same thing again. But as always, man, thank y'all for subscribing. Thanks for all the questions. Again, people ask me questions. It may take me a second to get back to you, but I love the feedback. So yes, I will help you with it. Will I do any of these, more of these? Probably not. I don't want, this was a nightmare to get done, but this was a good buddy of mine. We're big friends. You gotta look out for the people that look out for you, but I just want to give y'all a quick update. So, man, y'all take it easy. Peace.